Hey, friends. I have been living in Panama for 2 years now, and I talk a lot about the surprises, the things that we have to adjust to. But I started thinking there are some unexpected joys in this life, living as an expat. It does have its pluses. And today I want to share with you some other unexpected joys of being an expat. Don't go anywhere. Right. Today's talk is going to be like from the couch. I could call it that, right? As a 2 year expat or immigrant, I just always want to give this person their prop because you're not an expat, you're an immigrant. Okay. As an immigrant, I talk about a lot about, what we need to adjust to, the surprises, and the frustrations, of living in a different country. But I started thinking it's all about perspective, right? It depends on how you look at it. So today I want to take you on a perspective journey of being an expat and the unexpected joys, because you kind of have to look for them sometimes and change your mindset to think about it not as a challenge, but really a joy. And I want to be a joyful person. I want to be a positive person. And I hope you're going to be a joyful person by the end of this video. What are some of the things that we can think of as unexpected joys? All right, before I continue, this is your sis, Maggie Lazar, retired nurse practitioner, nurse who's been living her best life in Panama for the last couple of years. And I'm also the creator of SWRA, Single Women Retiring Abroad, a group of 40 plus sassy older ladies who have made a decision to retire in Panama, live their best life, create a new model of aging in place abroad as we reinvent ourselves. Yes, we are challenged, but the goal, the vision remain unchanged. Got it? All right. So please like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. I thank you. What is the number one thing that I think about as being a positive, a joy, even though it's very practical, but being able to live within your means, you know, and not having to stress too much about money. To me, it's unexpected joy and peace. Knowing that, no, Maggie, you cannot go to these fancy restaurants 3 or 4 times a week. No, Maggie, you can't take 3, 4 trips a year, maybe two, maybe one. And knowing that I can live within my means. And like right now, I don't have to worry about unexpected expenses so much. Maybe a little bit of maintenance here and there, but nothing like what I would have expected to deal with on the other side. A lower cost of living within your means. And as you know, that is the number one reason I keep preaching that people move abroad. Yes, we have a myriad of other reasons, but I think this one is a good one. The other one that I have enjoyed, and that one is definitely a surprise to me, not having to depend on a car to do my business from the day to day to day to day. I don't have a car. I have not owned a car since I left my home country in 2023. I have not owned a car. So when I go visit and I'm driving, it feels good, but I feel free from the responsibility of insurance, maintenance, and, keeping up with the Joneses. You have to have this brand, that brand. No, ma'am. I am a happy camper. I am cool as a clam. And most people tell you, oh, I don't want to drive in Panama. Well, we have a sister. The first thing she did was buy a car. And, she gives us rides all the time, which we enjoy sitting in her car, let her drive. But freedom, to me, that is freedom and a joy not to have to worry about a car. The other thing that I enjoy about my place in the world, currently where I am, is I have endless discoveries. I am never bored. I always have places to go. In fact, I have to choose between A, B, or C. Do I go in the interior? Do I go check out this restaurant, which really is not my thing, but maybe that little hole in the wall, that little mom and pop? I have a list of things that I want to do. I have a new bucket list. So being in a new country where things are new and different, come on. You can be in a perpetual sense of discovery, of joy, of appreciation. It's all about perspective. Next one is learning a new language and culture. Now, you see, you can look at it, I started my Spanish class today and I'm dealing with the sisters, trying to keep it low key and fun. It could be a challenge saying, well, the brain is asleep, it's been asleep for a while. I'm never going to learn this language. And it's easy to become despondent, to become discouraged. But it is a mindset. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, learning a new culture. If you are a person who appreciates differences, you're going to enjoy living in a new country because you're going to learn about the food. You're going to learn about the custom. My God, in Panama, the ferias, the festivals, carnival. I mean, seriously, I am used to carnival, but that water thing that they hose people down, that was new to me, right? So I'm appreciating it. I find joy in participating. I watched this show here in Panama called Hecho in Panama, Made in Panama, Done in Panama. I never get enough because they would be interviewing like an older gentleman, like in his 80s, and he puts his sack over his shoulders and grab his machete, and his little kids are following him, and he is the king, and he goes there and he's digging yucca. Does my heart so much good. I just love going to Cologne, watching the Congo dancers and the Diablos, all the different things that they have here. Like I'm looking forward to Semana Santa when they do Holy Week last year. I took part in the procession. Now I am not Catholic like that, nor a pagan, but I appreciate the culture of the country that the people believe so much in their church history and their saint. I don't have to have an opinion. I just find joy in being allowed to be present and to participate. Perspective says short-term travel, the opportunity to travel. Last year or the year before, I spent a few weeks just going from one town to the other inside Panama so I could see the different facets, the different looks, the different feel of the country. And I have loved every single one. So you have opportunities to discover the country that you're in internally, regionally, and then here in Panama, we have a chance to hop on to Colombia, go to Costa Rica. Well, don't forget about the border. I keep reminding you that, I'm like the poster child, so I go through all these dramas to keep you from experiencing those. But you can enjoy Costa Rica. I can go anywhere in the Caribbean, go to Mexico, I can go to South America. The opportunity to do short-term travel that is not going to break the bank is a great joy. Now, if I'm in New York and I want to fly to, I keep saying Hungary, but it's not Hungary. But, this country in South America, I know it's going to be like a 10, 12-hour flight. But maybe, I just flew to Peru, 3 hours. I can just cross the pond and go to Europe. It's all about perspective. unexpected joy. And I think for a lot of people, being here in Panama is a reason that one of the reasons they're here is because it's a short flight to the US. It's a joy, sis. Perspective. For me, ah, this one's a good one. Okay, before I continue, did you like the video? Are you sharing with your friends? And did you subscribe? It's important, the drill. This is how YouTube works. The more you like the video, the more views it's gonna get. So please help a sister out, okay? The opportunity to learn new cuisines. Oh my God. Now, I am in the process of doing a series for you on food. The first one, I know the video wasn't that aesthetically great, but hopefully you get the information. There's a lot of information. Now, a lot of people have watched the video. Sometimes you do a video and you spend a lot of time doing it. And then you see only like 500 people watch it. And you're like, oh, that's discouraging, but you know what? That is the name of the game. And the videos that do well, I'm still wondering why. I don't know why they do well. I don't, but I'm grateful. The opportunity to learn new cuisine. Now, because I eat only certain things, so I'm not embracing or cooking or sampling, or I could sample, but not, you know, taking on everything that is available here. But boy, I love going to Merca. I love all the fruits and veggies. I love the pescado. Listen, I'm embracing all this cuisine, the opportunity, sarili. Oh, around the holidays. I love that. Ceviche, not so much. But then again, I can take a short flight to Peru. I'm ready to go to Peru to get that soup. I'm telling you, I'm just getting my money together and I'm gonna fly over there and have that soup, and I can't bring any back, can I? That's too bad. Maybe I can freeze it and put it in like a freezer pack. But the cuisine there is amazing. So I am always open to new experiment, new adventures, and being able to see, I can't wait to go into, the indigenous communities and see how they cook. Sometime I think there was this guy who does a lot of cooking. He explores new cultures. He was in Peru, and then he said he had the opportunity to go in the interior with a group of indigenous people, and they were showing him how they cook certain things. It's almost like they bury it underground and put the fire on top. I don't know if it's the potatoes or something else, and then they dig it out and then they cook, they eat it. And he's saying how amazing it is. I am all for that. I took a cooking class in Peru, in Lima. I mean, seriously, guys, it is all about perspective. So if you focus on the joys or the little things that excite you about your new home, it's going to go a long way. You're going to love being where you are. I know I am. Okay, this is another one. It's a good one for me, and it's so joyful for me. The sense of anonymity. My people, we are going through a lot right now, where there's a lot of disregard, disdain, dislikes, hate, whatever you want to call it. But to come to a country where you can just, I was talking to a few sisters this morning, and I was saying that's one of the reasons people enjoy being in Panama. I love that when I'm walking down the street or I'm at the mall or I'm on the train, nobody's gawking and looking at me like that. Everybody's minding their own business. It's like I did not exist. I'm not there. Do you know how freeing that is from where we're coming from, where we're walking on eggshells? That if we see a police car behind us, we start having palpitations. We don't have that. If we have a problem, the police here are very friendly. They're not threatening. And if we need help, they'll say, do you need some help? I can help you. Oh, we're not used to that. We're not used to that. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. But this is an unexpected joy. You don't expect to be, it's not even treated like a human. It's just like life goes on. I am not a person of interest for whatever, for nothing. I can just breathe. I can exist. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. That is unexpected. It's a joy, and I'm very grateful and thankful, and I embrace it. I hope you do too. Panama is good for us that way. With that sense of anonymity comes a reduced level of stress. I said that on some videos before. People tell me I came to Panama, like Aisha, I think she said she slept for a month or maybe it's a week. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating. But it was the sense that you're able to have uninterrupted sleep. This is what we as medical providers tell people, recently, even though we've already known it, but the quality of your sleep, that's when all your cells regenerate and they get reborn. So when you can't even sleep because your mind is so going, or you're so stressed out, or you're so on alert, that sense of alertness. Dr. Duncan talked the other day about the effect of cortisol on your body. That stress hormone is designed to give you a kick in a moment of stress, but it's supposed to go back to baseline. But when you're a minority and you feel you're always being threatened, you feel like anything can happen to you at any time, your anxiety level is a low level of continued stress. So this cortisol, the level stays in your system. And on a sustainable status, if level, I should say, if this cortisol doesn't come down, it's damaging. It's damaging. And when we come to Panama or somewhere else, Vietnam or wherever you might be, Portugal, your level of stress is a reflection of your environment. It's reduced. This lady, this sister came in the other day and she said, I've just been resting. And I say that in my videos. When you first get here, I want you to just go get some fruit and something and just sleep and heal. That is a joy. And that's unexpected. I don't think a lot of people expect that, but I'm telling you. And it's funny, the more people I meet who come here, and for them to really say that they listen to what I say and they're learning so much, I mean, I'm just totally blown away. So that's why I have to be really careful what I say. So when I come to you like I did yesterday to say, I've been in a funk all week, I'm trying to be truthful. I mean, I don't want to put on a front that everything is hunky-dory. I mean, even though I may be sad, I'm still gonna giggle, right? I'm still gonna giggle. That doesn't mean my heart's not breaking. I'm not worried about something. But remember what I say, we got to fight. You got to fight for your mental health. You got to fight for your health. You got to fight to reduce that cortisol. So that lower level of stress is a game changer. It really is. All right, there's another one. Unexpected joy, the freedom to explore new relationships. Okay, now listen, I'm not looking for a boyfriend. That's the kind of relationship I'm talking about. Although, like this guy said, oh, you just saying that because nobody's talking to you. And it's true, nobody's talking to me. I'm not out there, I'm not looking. But new relationships in terms of my sisters, people that I meet, with my overall goal of growing old here and aging in place, I have to create my network of people who are going to support me, who are going to buy into my vision of living a healthy lifestyle, but just having the means to get support if I need to. So I have the freedom because I'm in a different country to learn the culture, understand the mindset, understand the landscape, how things are done, and then nurture the relationships, the people who are going to support me in my endeavor. That is unexpected joy. It's a mindset, sis. What's this one? Oh, no firm schedule. I don't have a schedule. I was scheduled in my life 7 days a week because I work when I own my business. I work 5 days a week. And sometimes, most weekends, Saturdays, I was in the office. I remember going to eat or going to a movie, and this phone would, you can't ever turn your phone off. I don't have that anymore. Even when I became a nurse practitioner, I still had my phone on because in the contract it said, if any of your facilities have a question, if they have a question, they should be able to reach you. You're not really on call, but you're supposed to be available. Now, I haven't turned my phone off, but I do turn the volume off. I do put it on silent, and that I'm not attached to my phone. No, ma'am. No, sir. I am not. So I didn't have a schedule. Now I'm doing a lot more consulting and stuff. I have developed a calendar because I started messing myself up so bad, double booking. Then I had to call and email, say, oops, I'm so sorry. I have to be here. I'm going to be there. So I keep a calendar now, and that's very helpful. I get up in the morning, I find my computer, and I pull the calendar so that I know I don't double book. But if I say, okay, I'm going to go to the bank today, and I get up and I say, you know what? I don't feel like it. I want to stay in my PJs. I do it. And I could be in my house with any apparel on and off. I know you're getting what I'm trying to say. And the way my building is, supposedly, nobody's supposed to, ring my bell unless I know you're coming and I call the front desk and I tell them to expect you. They had a couple of slip ups, but usually that's the way it is. So I don't have to do anything if I don't want to. Now, I do have commitments. I have meeting schedule and stuff like that. I'm still professional, but it is so fluid. I do what I want when I want. I used to never stay in the bed past 7 o'clock. Now I get up, it could be 9, 10. I'm strolling out of the bed. One day I woke up at 11 something. If I'm watching a movie or two, when I go to bed like around 4 or 5, and then I get up at 11. Why not? This is the unexpected joy. First of all, of being retired, but being away. I'm giving it to be living abroad. I don't know if I was at home because people know you available. They know you're not working, so they may be willing, wanting to contact you, ask you. But here, because of the anonymity, I don't have to go places. And I think people starting to know me and not invite me to all these things because I don't go out a lot, especially to restaurants. I just don't do that. Okay. So I love the fact that my schedule is fluid. Oh, I don't have a schedule. The joy of living abroad. All right, the last one I have here. Yes, the chance for a healthier lifestyle. Unexpected, because we all come here overweight, overstressed, and I know if Dr. Duncan were to do our labs, it's gonna be all over the place. And he said that the other day. He said, here, you in Panama, your stress level is down. You breathing cleaner air. You are eating fresher food, so you will feel healthy. You will get better sleep. Your stress level is down. You're going to lose weight. Even I hear people say, I go to friends, I have croissants and bread all the time, and I don't gain weight. It's the food and the environment, sis. Our food where we come from is killing us. We know that now. And the way the lifestyle is, we are always stressed out. We are always on edge. all these hormones work together to keep that fat in our tissues. And I remember reading years ago that when you pass your 40s, 50s, a little padding is not that bad. So I am not obsessed about hitting a certain number anymore. I make sure I'm active. When I go to that metro, I go up and down those stairs. I don't take the escalator as much because I want to remain active. I am walking. Like yesterday, I walked 2 miles to go to the coffee shop. It's a lifestyle, but you have to be open to switching your mindset. I know people who Uber everywhere they go. When they say, "Oh, are you going to Uber?" And I'm like, "No, I'm walking to the metro." And I know they think I'm cheap, and I probably am cheap, but there is also a reason why I walk everywhere that I can during the day, not at nighttime. I'm a very healthy, health conscious, safety conscious person. Well, except when I got robbed. But I have learned my lesson and I will not get robbed again. I can promise you that. With my little fanny, not fanny pack, but the body, crossbody, I'm good. I'm good. All right, guys. So I keep saying it's about perspective, right? When you come to a new country, you have to be open to learning about the country, to embracing things about the new country. And those things, instead of being, irritating and challenging and just make you lose, your cool, you're going to say, like I tell people, "Oh, well, you're in Panama, right?" So don't expect everything to be done right away. People are more chilled. The sooner you accept that, the lower your blood pressure, the lower your stress level. So, what did we talk about? Lower living expenses, unexpected joy. Yeah, you can live within your means. No car. I love this one. No responsibility. I don't have that responsibility for a car. And less local discoveries, travel, the ferias, what's the word I use? All the things that people are doing, the local traditions and all the stuff that they do. I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, "Oh, wow." The first time I saw the Jesus meeting Mary in, what was that, Las Tablas, I was a little spooked because I didn't know what it was. And last year, I was in Costco for Easter, and they pushed Jesus and Mary come together, and then they had confetti, and the bells were ringing. I was emotional. It was such a cool moment, and I'm looking forward to that again. I'm not Catholic. It has nothing to do with my religion. I am just enjoying the experience. Okay, local discoveries, learning a new language, new culture, unexpected joy. Exploring new cuisine, yum yum, you know me. I'm all into that one, right? The anonymity, that nobody knows me, no one's looking for me, no one's gonna pick at me, no one's gonna profile me and say, "Oh, I'm looking for this criminal. You fit that description. Shoot first and ask questions later." None of that here. Thank you, Lord. Reduce stress that comes with all that. You're breathing fresh air, eating fresh food, reduce stress. Free to explore new relationships, not necessarily romantic relationships, but embracing the new environment and new people and just nurturing new relationships. No firm schedule. I'm a free bird. I move at my own pace. I don't need to go, go, go. I don't go, go, go. I relax. I'm always learning, and I'm not sitting home doing nothing because I'm always on the computer. I'm watching a documentary. I'm learning. My brain, I'm training it, but at my own pace. I don't have to have something to do every single day. Some days are just my what did I used to call that? My vegetate days. I remember, you know what I did one time? I took the boys to school when my kids were smaller. I got my suit, said, "Bye, honey, see you later." And then I drove right back home, took my suit off, got into my PJs, and spent the whole day relaxing. I used to cheat. But listen, I had to find a way to have time for myself because I used to be in the bathroom and they would come, Mommy, are you there? It's like, yeah, I'm busy. What are you doing? I'm busy. What are you making? I'm busy. The life of a mother, I'm telling you, it was crazy. So the last one was a chance for a healthier lifestyle. Those were 11 things that I talk about. Probably there are more that are unexpected and that are joyful, that bring me joy. So the whole expat immigrant experience is about a mind shift, a paradigm shift, is how you look at things, is your willingness to embrace the day to day to day, and being able to find joy in the simple thing, in nurturing a sense of wonder, a sense of expectation, and a spirit of thankfulness. That's all it's about for me. How about you? I hope you enjoy this. God loves you. I love you. Au revoir. À la prochaine.